Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Grow Home. So I've been looking at this map, and I'm wondering if maybe these triangles are actually locations of crystals instead of islands. Yeah, that would mean the islands aren't actually labeled except for the very large ones, and there would be a ton of crystals in several different sections. So that might be the case. Uh, I guess all I can do is try and keep my eye on the map. Also notice that we need 17 more crystals to unlock our next thing, and then it will be 20 more crystals for the next thing. But we've got this new rocket boost, and we are in a quite good place. So all I need to do is make sure I get all the crystals that are in this cavern. I found this cavern right at the end of the last episode. Basically just followed the waterfall in. Let's see. Now I don't have a flower petal right now. That's 25. It's already definitely like, why walk? Just hop. Which way I want to push this out of the way? These rocks are still in the way. Clear that. Still got some crystals we need to get. See one over there. Oh no. Ran out of fuel. I don't know if I would prefer like a doubling of the fuel or a doubling of the thrust but the same amount of fuel, or an unlimited amount of fuel. Probably an unlimited amount of fuel would be wrong, because then the game is pretty much over. I could just fly up to the entire, wherever I was trying to reach. So I think the time limit for a gameplay mechanic has to stay. Let's see. There's one. This cave is a big game changer on the number of crystals. But whenever you find a big cache of collectibles, that just means the one or two you miss are just going to be all that more important. Wouldn't surprise me if there was only 100 in this entire game. I remember really my very first foray into collect them all achievement in game was with the original Assassin's Creed game, and you had to collect, oh, I think 100 or 300. What were you collecting? Something or other. It's all a MacGuffin, if you know what that word means. It's all some pointless thing that just moves the story along. But the reason why it's called a MacGuffin is it's a made-up name, and so somebody goes, "What's a MacGuffin?" and it says it doesn't matter what a MacGuffin is. It's just a thing that the character in a story is trying to get. So in Assassin's Creed, I had to collect a bunch of them, and I think there was a couple that were just in very difficult positions, and Actually, Assassin's Creed isn't that different from this game. The first one in particular heavily was focused on climbing on the outside of ancient, I think, Mesopotamian style uh, buildings. Although you were in the past, so they weren't ancient to you. Uh, and this is a similar game. Uh, what Assassin's Creed eventually became is that it was that element of it became made so easy that it was no longer part of the challenge. It got from being considered part of the challenge to being considered just an annoyance, and they took most of it out and put in more fighting, which I found very annoying in later versions of the game, and now they've just made it so many of them, so many Assassin's Creed games. I don't think they can do anything really new with the series. A lot of the elements of newer games definitely took from Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2, which most people don't like Assassin's Creed 1, but they really loved 2. I honestly felt like 2 was somewhat of too drastic a change from 1, and would have liked to seen at least a couple more games be more like 1. There was a lot more story, I guess, I liked in 1 than 2, and 2 started going in crazy directions, and pretty much the whole series started going in crazy directions, and now they've got some vestigial crazy story that makes no sense. I guess some episodes will just be looking to get let's see. So since we're here, we've got some more things we could probably scan. Let's see if we can drag some plants up into the scanners. Can't drag this, can I? Well, guess I can. Let's see what this is. Databank, what is that? Got a new databank. It is called grass. This simple narrow leaves life form is common to many worlds. Fast growing and hardy, these lovely verdant clumps of biomass will thrive anywhere there's water, soil, and sunshine. I rather like a grass. You can't really have a picnic without it, can you? I think you can. I think you could have a picnic without grass. Let's try this one. You coming with me, mushroom? There we go. We're here to do a geological study, I believe. The thing though is this stuff needs to disappear once it's scanned. And that is a champignon. Observe the fungi like a big hat on a stick. Champignon are weird. That was a haiku. Alright. Do play nice down there. Well, thank you, Mom. weird how you walk on and off these platforms, because it brings up that menu, but you're not really in the menu to the point where you have to hit B to get out of it. You just can walk forward. If it weren't for the fact that every other game does the opposite, I would say that would be more ideal. Just as you stand in a place, you can teleport and control the menu. But it's real off-putting. So can't find that cave entrance we came out of. I think it's somewhere on the other side of this mountain. Let's go up here. Do we scan this plant? I don't think we have. Also here. Crystal. Yeah, but crystals come and go. Plants also come and go. Is that in there? It's getting a little full, isn't it? New item, and that is the Gradish. This delicate pink blooms hides a surprisingly large edible tuber. This Gradish root is one of the richest source of vitamin Q in the known universe. Undoubtedly a stable diet of this indigenous mammals in these parts. Oh, so the sheep probably eat that. That's what that meant. Undoubtedly a staple in the diet of the indigenous mammals of these parts. See, I can speak. I can, on rare occasions, actually speak. Here we go, another crystal. Grab it as we're falling. You can pretty much just fall and hit the crystal at the same time, and you'll get them. This carrot. Can I get this thing up? Can I get this thing with me? Come on. There we go. We'll wait for this. So it is a day-night cycle. Holding on to one side of the side of the mountain, hopping up, grabbing the other side of the mountain, all to bring a carrot. Here. We don't need that anymore. There's too much stuff. Just get rid of that. That. We'll get rid of that. New item scanned, and it is a crot. I found that crot analysis to be into, I've just fed the quant analysis into my extensive database, and it's returned 75,000 recipes for soup, 25,000 for cake, and 1 for a brownie. This is not useful scientific information. And 2 puts root vegetables into a brownie. I despair sometimes. I'm wondering if we are a little bit corrupt, these robots, in our data banks. Maybe that's why these plants are getting different names than what you would think they would be called. Although these plants are kind of weird, too. So, we've got that. Do we see any other plants of any interest? What is that? I have no idea what that is. I think it's part of the stem there. It'd be kind of cool if you could pull the stem back. If you could convince it to ungrow. Here's another one. 33. We got this plant. We got that planted. It's just the upside down one. Here's the cave. Good. So I need to grab this. Yep, you coming with me. Come on. You're coming with me. Well, if I get any ability to pick up heavier items, which I suspect we will, I'll have to come back and get these and scan them later. But we want to get up to that blinking light. There. That will be our next little bit of growth. If you played this game multiple times, you would have a distinctively different tree. The main stock will be the same, definitely, but the rest of it wouldn't. So, like, I'm gonna try to use this. We need 2 more of these. Alright. I'm gonna try and use this to go this way. No. Gosh, what? Oh, come on, guys. Why do you do this to me, guys? This thing is just gonna die where it is. And I say die, but I just mean it's gonna just end at some place. Hey, and there's a new thing. Right, so I want to jump and fly to this, and that worked. So what is this plant, this flower, all about? Guess your guess is as good as mine. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Just seems to be an obstacle in the way, really. thought I heard a crystal. I hope the game gives me enough of these things so I can make these mistakes. Mom, I love the view on this side of the galaxy. I do miss the internet. Alright. Where can we go? I don't see anything at all. We've got to go like all the way this way. Maybe this is all a facade. Maybe this really does work. No, come on. This is exactly what I never wanted to happen. I never wanted this to happen. Let's see. Just carefully. Well, I think they've got some kind of calculation going on here. So we're gonna do something really wild here. Grab this one and use this one to get further. I need these things to toggle. I really do. It's painful. It is painful. Okay. I want to shoot for this one right here. If we can hit this one, we can get the teleporter, even if it doesn't get it any. There was no power on this one, but that's fine. I much would rather have another teleporter active. This whole placement, it kind of is like that second lander that landed on Mars. At least it reminds me of that. I can tell that second rover. Can I pull these? No. Can I pull this little one? Nope. Okay, well. Hopefully, I can find a branch. I think I see one on the bottom side. And with that branch, I think I can get to the island and grow it. Wow. Alright. This is... I've never really watched a... No! We'll go over here. Then, if we're gonna fall, we might as well fall somewhere useful and grab some more crystals. Another flower. It could be that this is actually a really small world. It does kind of have that whole small world mentality to it, but then that doesn't explain the spaceship and getting into outer space at 1,000 meters. Unless outer space is not really outer space, and that's not really a spaceship. Huh. How long have I been playing? I tell you, after about uh, 20 minutes of playing, my fingers really do start hurting. 26 minutes. So yeah, I think this is a good point to stop. We've made some progress. I'm trying to keep an eye out to see if these triangles here are actually the crystals or uh, if they are islands. And we've gotten several things on our data banks, and we can see that there probably isn't going to be a lot more. So, which makes me also feel like we're kind of close to the end. If we're at 575 meters, in theory, this plant is already halfway to its goal. Anywho, that's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.